Hey y'all, Dekumon here, and today I want to take a little time to talk about what's coming down the pipeline, because the next couple months, if you paid any attention at all to gaming news, you know the next couple of months are going to be crazy, especially April, which literally might as well be just called the month where awesome games being remade are all being released at the same time. Oh, I'm not kidding, am I? No, I'm not. And also, at the end of this, I'm going to have a very important question for you guys that's going to decide the fate of one of my Let's Plays. But before we get into that, I also want to note that Final Fantasy XIV is not going on hiatus while I'm doing all of this crazy stuff, but I will be slowing down some of the video releases. There's just too many games coming out that I've got to get through, and I would not be able to keep up with Final Fantasy XIV, but I'm not stopping. I'm just slowing down because Final Fantasy XIV is amazing, and there is so much good stuff coming in the future. So the first thing we've got coming down the pipeline is Ori and the Will of the Wisps. And this one's coming out on March 11th, which really isn't that far away. I think it's only like a couple days from now. Oh yeah, it's only a couple days from now. This game looks amazing. It's gorgeous. I mean, the first Ori was gorgeous, and this thing is just gonna take everything the first Ori did and turn it up to 11. The combat looks amazing. The bosses, I mean, there's actual bosses now, not just Kuro running around chasing us. And we're gonna see if this game can break my soul just as much as the first Ori did. You know, fingers crossed and all that. Up next, we have actually not a game, but rather a DLC drop for Control. That's right, their first story pack, The Foundation, is gonna be dropping on March 26th. And I gotta be honest, I can't wait to get back into the oldest house with Jesse and see what crazy shit's going on in there. Up next, we have Resident Evil 3 dropping on April 3rd. Now, I loved the Resident Evil 2 remake that dropped last year. It was amazing. The technical stuff on this, I cannot believe they pulled this off. I really can't. And Nemesis looks to be an absolute crazy monster of a badass. Oh, I'm gonna be shaking in my boots for this one, but I may not be alone. No, I may have something a little special planned in the wings involving me and a certain scared little Tonberry. Up next is the game everyone's been creaming their pants over, Final Fantasy VII Remake, dropping on April 10th. Now, I don't know what magic juju that Square's been smoking to get through something like this, but man, they need a lot of it because this game is amazing. The production value, the polish, the voice acting, everything in this game looks amazing. And if you don't believe me, click on the link in the top corner because I ran through the demo of this that's available and I about shit my pants in sheer glee. And it's only the first hour. And last but certainly not least is Trials of Mana, releasing on April 24th. Now this one snuck under the radar for a lot of people, and by snuck on the radar, I mean it came out of nowhere and punched us in the gut on E3 last year. No one was expecting Square to suddenly decide, hey, let's take that Seiken Densetsu 3 game that never made it to the US and make it a full 3D game for 2020. I mean, who could have thought that one coming out? And it's amazing looking. I cannot wait for this one. And this one is actually where I get to pose the big question to you guys, because Trials of Mana has a very unique system. There are 6 playable characters that we get to make a cast of 3 from, and that's where I want your help. You guys are gonna pick my main character. You're gonna pick the protagonist of my run through of Trials of Mana. And who are these 6 characters I'm asking you to pick my main for? Well, it's time for Dekumon's super short and succinct character synopsis. And if you want something a little bit meatier, and I mean just a wee little bit, I'm going to include some links to the character trailers that Square decided to release, I think it was about a month ago or so, in the description below. But without any further ado, let's get started. First up, we have Duran, a headstrong knight who's traveling the world looking to get stronger after he gets his shiny metal ass handed to him by the Crimson Wizard, who happens to hail from the same country as our second possible protagonist, Angela, a sorceress wannabe who runs away after her mother thinks she'd make a better spell ingredient than a spell slinger. Up next, we have Reese, princess and captain of the guard. She's on a rip-roaring rampage after her little brother gets kidnapped by a guild of thieves. The same guild of thieves that our fourth protagonist, Hawkeye, has recently fled from. A Robin Hood-esque character, he's on the run after his band of merry men has become murderous assassins. Don't let her size fool you. Charlotte's priest skills can bring the hurts and the heals. She's on the lookout for a demonic-looking jester who seems to also be plaguing our last possible protagonist, Kevin, a soft-spoken Beast fan with a heart of gold who prefers to let his fists do the talking. And those are our choices. I'll leave a link to the poll in the video description below, so you guys will have until, I'd say, probably around April 22nd, 23rd to make your final decisions, at which point I'll have to start recording once the game releases. And that's gonna be it. It's gonna be a crazy couple of months. I cannot wait to enjoy this with all you guys. So until then, see you guys in the next video.